These days I see a lot of people that are kind of struggling financially, and a lot of them are looking for like side hustles and side businesses and things to do like that to make just a little bit of extra income. I totally understand it. One of those businesses I've seen, and it's like seen YouTube videos and I've seen people looking into it. That's the poop scooping business, going out there and picking up dog poop for people and making a side hustle with that. So it made me think, how would I build a website? Not just a website for a dog scooping business, but a website that would actually rank on Google and generate leads for that local business. So I'm going to share with you guys exactly how I would do it. And I'm pretty damn sure, almost guarantee that website will show up on Google and get you leads for your business. What up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping local businesses and contractors and home service business owners to build out their own websites, do their own SEO, and get them found online for the service they provide in the local market. Now, these days, I've been looking a lot into people that are trying to start side hustles, little businesses, because I know how expensive things have gotten with the stupid inflation. Everything's like seems like it's doubled in price in the last 5 years or so. So I can see a lot of people looking into these types of businesses, things like the dog scooping business, dog poop scooping. I've seen businesses to clean solar panels, clean windows, to clean trash cans, lawn care, just basics, basic home services to make a little side cash. I totally understand it. And I know a lot of people are going to go into trying to start these businesses and eventually are going to want to start to build a website and get things going. But for a lot of those people, they just don't have the money to to fork over for $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 for a type of this type of website. So for something like poop scooping, picking up dog crap, I've seen people make $1 million with this crap. And there's money to be made all kinds of different ways. It's crazy to think about. But how exactly would I build out a dog poop scooping business website if somebody approached me to do it? Let's say where I live in Paso Robles, California. It's a really small town, but it's got money. It's probably 35,000 people. And this is exactly what I would do. Let's say I wanted to start my own poop scooping service. How would I build out my website? First of all, of course, going to go start out there and, spread the word of mouth of what I'm doing. Maybe I got some little magnets I'm putting on my car. Let's just say I'm just in the starting phases of trying to make a side hustle with it. Let's say I work during the day and I do this in the afternoon. I want to get this going. And I know for a fact that I'm going to want to get found online for this service that I provide here in Paso Robles, California, the poop scooping business. So I'm going to show you, kind of walk you through just the basics of overview of what I would do to start building out a website so I can start generating a few leads here and there with it, along with all the other things that I am doing. So let me show you guys exactly some of the first steps that I would take, especially me building out websites for all kinds of different services. Stuff for dog scooping would be a piece of cake. So let me show you exactly how I would do it. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do when you're thinking about building a website, this is just from my experience, how you should build your website is by placing yourself in your potential customer's shoes. That's how you have to think about it when you build out your website. So, exactly what would your customers be typing into Google if they're tired of picking up dog crap in their backyard, right? Just first thing that pops up in the top of my head is if I had a big old dog and I'm just tired of picking up the crap, the first thing I would think about is to type in poop scoop service near me. That's exactly what I would type because me as a customer, I already kind of understand that there's services out there like that. So I would type that in there. Maybe I would also type in dog waste removal service. That's a more technical term. Um, but I would probably type that in. More than likely, it'd be poop scoop services. That's exactly what I would type in. And I would size up my competition and see what's out here, see if anybody even built out a website or anything like that. So I would type that into Google, you know, poop scoop service. And I'm going to go ahead and look at these Google business profiles and all the websites here at the top of the page. Again, let's say I'm just starting. I want to thinking about doing a side hustle for dog crap removal. I don't have a Google business profile. I don't have anything. I'm just looking into it. Like I said, maybe I just got a magnet on my pickup truck and I'm barely starting things out. This is what I would do. So right here, like I said, in my town, there's about 35,000 people. Like I said, there's some money here. I know that somebody would probably pay for this services. But I see this very first website right here has only got one review. I click on it and I go to find out that the website doesn't even work. Okay, that's good. I'm off to a great start here. Picking up poop, puppy poop. Okay, let's take a look at this one. I click on it. Look at this phone number. My area code's 805. This is 661. So let's take a look here. This is in Bakersfield. This place is 2 hours away from me. For some reason, Google's showing me this listing here. What does that tell me? That there's nobody really thinking about this business here in this local area, at least online. So what Google's doing is give me somebody that's the closest one that's providing this service. And we are now Poopers Crew, Bakersfield's favorite poo crew. I could just tell, just from my experience, this is a Weebly website, really cheesy website, but you can see you don't really need much to rank online for these types of things. So let's take a look at the third one here. Deuce Scoop. Let's take a click on this one here. I did take a look at this site, and I noticed that it's a decent looking site, 805, but they are in Pismo Beach, California. That's about 45 minutes, 45 miles away from me. So I doubt these people even come into me. So I'm already off to a good start. I'm pretty sure people are going to find me because I don't have really many websites to compete against. And if I keep scrolling through here, I see other ones, but I'm not going to keep looking in there. And then I take a look at the websites here. Duty Calls, I think, is a national chain. Poop 911, this is Los Angeles. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, if you were somebody like, if I'm telling myself, if I want to build a website here in Paso Robles, I have zero competition. You're going to be able to whip out a website and do extremely well. So what do I do? What's the next step that I would do? I would probably, let's say I don't have any website skill knowledge or anything like that. More likely, I'll probably stumble upon something like Wix or Squarespace or something like that and get one of their websites. I know they have some for like somewhere around the $20 to $30 a month range. And I'm going to understand that's what it's going to cost me to build out a website on Wix. And I probably don't know what the hell I'm doing when I'm building out the website. And this is the whole purpose of this video. I want to show you guys, like I said, just a basic overview on how you should really build out your website. Again, place yourself in your customer's shoes. If you were looking for a poop scooping business, what would you expect? What would you want that website to tell you right away? What questions do you want it to answer right away? Like, okay, is it a poop scooping business here in Paso Robles where I live? Are they locally here? What kind of prices do they charge? Or basically, I just want to know that they're here in town. Like it's a small town of Paso Robles. It's really small. So that's how you have to really structure your website. Now, what I would recommend is just because I've been in this business of building out websites for years now. What I would recommend is just go get a website on WordPress, go to Hostinger, purchase Hostinger WordPress hosting, and they'll give you a free domain name. And the hosting for the whole year is probably going to cost you like $50, maybe 100 for the whole year. The only problem with that is you're going to need maybe some tutorials to take online on how to build out a website. I would just recommend using Elementor and the Elementor theme. I'll go into that into more detail on another video, just explain the basics of WordPress. But there are basically 5 rules that you should follow when building out a website that will rank on Google. See, every website these days, in order to make a website rank on Google, it's got to follow these 5 things. Just like I explained to people, a car. A car is basically 4 wheels, a transmission, an engine, and a body. That's a car. It doesn't matter if it's a freaking pickup truck, a VW Bug, a Honda Civic, a Camry, a Toyota Highlander. Basic fundamentals of a car is the same. 4 wheels, engine, transmission. We're not going to talk about electric cars, but that's basically what it is. And they all go from point A to point B. A website is the same. It's very, very basic. Just follow the basic rules of SEO. And this is what I try to tell people. When you build out your website, the pages on your website, make sure you title the page correctly. Make sure you describe the page correctly. Make sure you have the proper H1 title tags on that actual page of the website, the H2 title tags, some H3 title tags, and then content on the website that's explaining what the entire page is going to be about. That's all there is to a basic website page, website design. There really isn't much more than that to it. So it doesn't matter if you're using my template, if you're using a Wix or Squarespace, as long as you have all those fundamentals on that website page, your website will rank. Especially like this one here in Paso Robles, California, no competition. I guarantee you if I build this website, it will rank on Google, probably on the first page within like 2 to 3 months because there's no other websites to compete against. I have no other competition. And if I structure this correctly, it will win. It's like building out a car. Even if it's a freaking piece of crap car, I entered in a race, There's nobody else in the race. Of course, I'm going to win the car, even if the freaking car's running on fumes and exploding on the way on the road. I'm going to win the race because nobody else is on the racetrack. So this is how I struggle to structure the website. Using my template, right? Like I said, you can go on Wix, you can go on WordPress, you can go on Squarespace and follow this structure and build little sections like this here. You don't have to use this template. I'm just using this as an example. And this is why I built this out to make it easy to understand. Not for like, I did this for myself as I started to learn how to build websites. I wanted to build a template and a design that I could use for myself. So when people hired me to build out their website for whatever the service was, whether it was window cleaning, whether it was putting up Christmas light service, whether it's an asphalt paving company, it's the same damn thing over and over and over again. We are the best, poop service, whatever, right? And then after time, I've developed some ChatGPT prompts that'll help me write all of the content of the website. But in essence, this is what you would need to do. You just need to title the website up here, something called the SEO tools, CSS service, and in the city area. So my service would be Poop Scooping Service, Paso Robles, California. And then I would title it. It doesn't show it on here. I'll show you guys in a second. Title it correctly. Izzy's Poop Service, Cleaning Service, cleans the crap out of people's yards in Paso Robles, California, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm telling the search engine what this page is going to be about, right? And then I immediately need to tell the search engine and my customer, we are the best poop scooping service in Paso Robles, California. We need to reassure them that they are landing on the correct page and how to get a hold of us. And this is what we do. And then I remind them as to why they were online in the first place. This will allow me to write a bunch of content about the poop scooping business. We're the solution to the problem. Here's why we're different for the poop scooping services here in Paso Robles. And I just go on and on and on and on. So I want to share with you guys the design that I came up with. And it took me I just did it before I made this video. It's just to show people that it can be done, especially with some of these prompts that I follow. But just even following this, it'll help you out, right? So let me show you guys the page that I just made. So here's the page that I just came up with my template that I've created that helps me, guides me in building out websites for whatever service that I'm trying to, build for somebody that calls me up, they wants a website built. But you can see right away, local poop scoop service in Paso Robles, California. Love your dogs, but not the poop. We offer friendly, fast, affordable poop scoop service in Paso Robles and nearby towns, weekly, bi-weekly cleanups with no mess left behind. Now, I don't really know jack shit about the poop industry with this kind of stuff, but I'm just showing you guys how if somebody hired me to build out their website, of course, I'd do a lot more deeper research, ask them a bunch of more questions about what their services are. But this is just an example to show you guys that you guys can build your own website, especially if you guys are trying to build your own little side hustle. If you guys learn these basics of building out a website, you could whip out a website over in a weekend, get the whole damn thing out and get it to rank, and especially in a small town, small locations, and start building out that little side business that you're trying to do, to make ends meet for your family and stuff, right? So this is the website. This is called the H1 title tag, but I want to show you guys that I actually fixed the title tag. Remember, I told you need to title this page and describe the page with that keyword that people are going to be typing into Google. Dog poop service, Paso Robles, friendly and affordable. Love dogs, but not the poop. Izzy's pooping scooping services. Offers friendly, fast, affordable poop scoop services in Paso Robles. See how I included all these words to make sure when somebody types in poop scoop service, this website will show up. So then when they land on this homepage, it says local poop scoop service in Paso Robles. So again, I live in Paso and I'm tired of my dog crap. I'm tired of stepping on that shit every day. And, I'm just going to hire somebody to do, oh shit, look at this. Somebody poop scoops services here in Paso Robles. These guys look pretty legit. I like that picture back there. Tired of stepping on dog poop in your own backyard? Hell yes, I am. Is your lawn getting ruined by piles of dog waste? Are you too busy to scoop your yard every week? Yes. Got multiple dogs and can't keep up with the mess? Yeah, I do. I got some monsters back there just dropping bombs left and right. Are you dealing with bad smells from unclean poop? Let's see here. Is the dog poop piling up faster than you can keep up with it? Yep. Do you hate picking up poop but love your dogs? Hell yes, I love my dogs, but I hate their poop. Get your yard cleaned by Izzy's Poop Service. Fast, affordable, dog-friendly poop service in Paso Robles, Templeton, and San Miguel. I just put these cities in because there's a couple of small towns connected to Paso Robles where I live, and get busy here to get a hold of them. I didn't go into deep detail on some of this stuff, right? We're easy to work with. We know life gets busy. That's why we make it easy. From quick scheduling to clean, friendly service, we take care of dirty work so you don't have to. We're on time every time. Locally Local and community focus. We're not some big chain. We live and work here right here in Paso Robles. We love dogs. We love this town, and we care about helping our neighbors keep their yards clean and safe. There you go. See? And I didn't go into more detail. I could have spent another like 5, 10 minutes to come up with these services like a one-time cleaning, weekly service, bi-weekly service, something like that. Maybe HOAs, whatever, right? Whatever the service is, what makes me different from other dog crap cleaning services. This is how our services work. Check out our reviews. Maybe you don't have any to begin with, so you kind of leave this blank, or maybe you could just type in some that you have from like when you're starting, another email form, final call to action, stuff like that. And then I put my business information, just like any legitimate business, right? And then an additional thing I would do is go out there and get that Google Business Profile. And it helps that you have your website set up. You already probably have your magnet thing. Maybe you build like a small little checking account for the business. So when it comes to verifying that listing on Google, it's going to be a lot easier because you've already spent the time to do some of this stuff right here, low cost, get things going, and building out your own website. And you could, like I said, that Hostinger will give you a free domain. I don't know if Wix does. I think sometimes they do give you some kind of deal, but you can use Wix if you want to do that too. So as a matter of fact, I did build a Wix template right here. So here's a Wix template that anybody can use. I'll leave a description to these templates so you guys can choose. At least it gives you a visual of how you should kind of structure your website. I mean, this is the way I structure the websites, and the reason I structure them because I've done it so many times. I've built so many websites for so many business owners that all I've done is just build the websites, especially in these smaller towns, and they'll rank on Google just because you are. I like to tell people you're the knight in shining armor for the specific service somebody's looking for, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you were to build a poop scooping service website here in Paso Robles where I live, just from my years of experience, I know that website would rank to the top of Google, at least that first half. And then once you connect that Google Business Profile, get a handful of reviews, you should be cooking and getting some leads just by building out that website and building that side hustle and getting things going. It's not as complicated as it's made out to be. This is why I want to make this channel and make it easy for people to see how to kind of structure a website and design it so that it ranks well on Google. In fact, I've had people reach out to me and just, they want other website design guys, SEO agencies that want my templates and my designs. I said, go ahead, use them to help their customers and their clients. I said, I'm okay with it. I don't give a shit if you guys want to use them. It's take me years to develop some of these. And I could tell people, I built these out for me, for my business. So when people hired me to build other websites so it could ease my process, because when I first learned, my God, what a pain in the ass it was. All these freaking technical geeks and dweebs and nerds out there, telling me all this technical crap. I'm like, shit, man, just make it easy for me. And so that's why I just over time just build out my own templates and my own designs and just to make it easy for myself. And I tell people I was just some dummy truck driver to build out these websites. If I can figure this stuff out, I think anybody else can do it too. So if you guys want to learn how to build out your own website that's going to rank extremely well on Google, like I said, you guys are more than happy to join my school group here where I have these entire templates you could just upload onto your own Wix account, onto your WordPress account, and you just plug and play and you just fill in the blanks, add in your own pictures and stuff. And I've developed all these ChatGPT prompts that'll help you write all of the content. Every single word of content on that website, make sure it's 100% SEO optimized to begin with. This is stuff that I made for myself when I started to learn this SEO stuff and website design. One thing is to build out a website that makes a business look good, but who gives a shit? Nobody finds it, right? I can build the greatest looking dog pooping website there is, and make it look magical with dog bones and make it look pretty. But hell, if nobody finds that damn website, what the hell's the point of it, right? I'd rather have a shitty website that ranks well on Google and people find and call me than a beautiful website that's sitting out there in the ether of the internet. So this is why I decided to build all this stuff out and help people build out their own websites, especially now that I see so many people trying to make side hustles and create additional income. If I can help people at least show them how to build out their own website and start generating leads with that, it's going to help tremendously instead of having to fork over thousands of dollars to pay somebody to do this stuff for them right here. So there you go. That's exactly how I would structure and build out a dog poop removal service, dog scooping, whatever you want to call it. That's how I would build it out. It'd be very, very simple. You'll probably do it in one day, especially with this kind of service. You probably only need just the home page, an about page, contact page, get it all structured, set up perfectly, write all the good content on that home page. That's probably all you need because there really isn't any competition when it comes to these types of websites and designs and things like that. And then once you get that Google Business Profile verified, get it good to go, connect that to that Google Business Profile, go get a handful of some reviews. And in a small town where like I live right here with not much competition, you should start generating some leads for that particular business. And it'll probably work in other smaller towns here in the USA. Now, if you're going to target some bigger towns, like I said, just go in there and look and see how many people are actually built sites for it, and see your competition. Again, I emphasize like it's like having a piece of crap car and you're going to go race in a racetrack and there's no other cars in the racetrack, you're going to win. But if there's like 3 or 4 other really good cars that could possibly kick the crap out of your car, then you got some work to do. But even if it's just two, you could be one of those top 3. That's not a big deal. So building something like this shouldn't be too difficult to do. Follow that template. Just make sure you follow those 5 rules of SEO: the title tag, description, H1 tags, H2s and 3s, and the content of your website. You should be good to go and building that website and get it going. So if you guys want some more information on like setting up a Google Business Profile, I made a video talking about that right here. How to set one up to make sure you don't get suspended right away. You can check out that video right here. And if you guys want any of my information, you guys questions, you guys want to join my little school group, show you how to do all this stuff on your own, you can check out the links in the description below. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.